Hey, welcome to this home tour. My name is Karl. I am your San Diego Realtor, and I'm gonna show you something a little different today. The home I'm gonna show you today is located in Pacific Beach, but it's closer to Mount Soledad. It's got sweeping, breathtaking views of Mission Bay. You can even see SeaWorld from here. It comes as a 2-story home, and you enter on the top floor. On that top floor, you also have this extended patio deck, which creates an amazing opportunity for like a little bit of outdoor living and extends your ability to enjoy the views. Now, this home is a full reno job. Though it is 100% okay to move in as is, it is dated to say the least, but it's not in bad shape by any means whatsoever. Everything operates just fine, and the owners took immaculate care of the property. Before we jump into this tour, if you are thinking of buying or selling anywhere here in San Diego, check the link in the description below and let's set up a one-on-one time to talk. You can set up an appointment with me either by phone, Zoom, or in person. We can meet up for a cup of coffee or a cocktail. We can talk about your goals and how I can help you get there. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this tour so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. We're gonna start just from the very front of the house. We're gonna come in through these two really great size entry doors. As you come in, you're gonna see these two cutouts, which accounts for like some aesthetic shelving. I think these are great. I would probably keep those there. If you wanted to, you could square them out. I feel like that's more of a look right now. But immediately what you probably notice is the high ceilings. This is great when it comes to temperature control, as well as just adding a little bit more of a feel of additional space. The living room is very large and has plenty of room for some baseline upgrading or updating here. I would probably wrap the entire space. As a matter of fact, I would do the entire house an updated flooring, and I would wrap the entire house with the same flooring, maybe with the exception of the kitchen and the bathrooms. Some things that I would get rid of is I would get rid of these shelving that are to the sides of the fireplace, as well as the wet bar. I'm not sure that wet bars off the living room are a thing nowadays. Back in the day, I remember growing up, they were really cool, but I really don't think that they're utilized in modern day living. As for the fireplace, I would do an upgrade here. I'd get rid of the tile and do something a little bit smoother and aesthetically more pleasing, but I do love how they have this designated space where there's a place for the painting where you can easily put a wall-mounted TV. In lieu of the space on the sides of the fireplace, I may do built-in shelving there for an aesthetic feel. If we just left them open, I think that people would probably see it as a waste of space or a lack of utilized space. So maybe doing some built-in shelving that goes all the way up to the top, and then adding some aesthetic, pictures or some, little sculptures or something like that might bring a lot of life to the area. Now, the largest upgrade I would do to this space, and probably the most expensive, would be with regards to the windows and the sliding glass doors. There is a beautiful view coming off this space, and what I would like to see personally is to take the windows out and do a massive 4-panel sliding glass door setup. If you could get an 8-foot slider in, that would be awesome. It would not only give you larger views, but it would just give you more uninterrupted glass that would allow more light in as well. From the living room, you go to the dining, but I'm gonna come back to the dining in a second. Let's go right into the kitchen. The kitchen is massive with plenty of room to move things around. First off, I would take out this wall between the living room and the kitchen, and I think that would open up access to the kitchen a little bit more. I don't know that this wall is really that necessary. I definitely wanna have an engineer come in and make sure that this isn't load bearing, but based on what I'm seeing here, I don't think so. This kitchen, like the rest of the house, is pretty dated, so you definitely want to upgrade all the cabinetry and the flooring, as well as the appliances. For the ceiling, I would enclose this lighting setup that it has right now and add canister or recessed lighting. This would create a much smoother look and feel to the area. Now, for the peninsula, I would probably get rid of the cabinets that are immediately above the peninsula area, just to open up the space from the kitchen to the view behind the dining area. Now, with this peninsula right here, I may consider expanding it a little bit bigger, and possibly I'm entertaining the idea of putting the stove oven in the peninsula here. This idea of like being able to cook and enjoy the views might be very appealing for some. At the same time, I am torn. This would also be a great place to have the peninsula extend a little bit, so you could put some bar stools there, and then you'll also be able to enjoy the view for your morning coffee or such. Now with the stone oven idea, there is a catch-22. So you get to enjoy the views, but then you'd have to put a hood over the stove, which could interrupt the views. So I don't know, I might call like a professional interior designer or an architect in and see if I can get their input on something like this. Now, one of the things I loved most about this kitchen is this pantry area in the very, very back. It's very, very sizable. They have a dual hinge swinging door so you can push in from the outside, and when you're inside, you can push it out to get out of it. This needs to be completely redone and updated, new shelving throughout, and personally, as much as I love the dual swinging door, I think it has like a very, very unique character to it, very nostalgic if I think of like old diners back in the movies of like Back to the Future or something. I would probably add a pocket door here and have the sliding door or the pocket door slide behind the refrigerator. Outside that, just the new flooring. I may go with a stone tile, like a very, very large stone tile in the kitchen, or I may just wrap it with the same flooring that I would wrap the entire upstairs with. From the kitchen, we're gonna move into the dining space. Great size. I don't think it needs to be anything adjusted here considering that the patio is right outside the sliding glass door. I like how they have this slider here, which makes access from the kitchen through the dining to the patio just very, very easy. I would update the flooring, as I've mentioned, with an upgraded chandelier, maybe something a little bit more modern or industrial looking, depending on the color scheme you're going through with the house. The one major upgrade I would do here is with regards to this window. Being the fact that you have this view at your dining table, I would probably go with one large single window here that does not open. That would limit the amount of airflow you'd get because you wouldn't be able to open it, but with the slider right next to it, I think you're gonna be able to get more than enough flow from there. Let's make our way to the patio next. This patio is phenomenal. I think it lends very, very well to not just enjoying views, but also an outdoor dining experience. Especially here in San Diego, we get wonderful weather for outdoor dining probably 7 to 8 months out of the year. Why not utilize this space for it? I think there's a really cool opportunity to add some additional patio lights out here, and then maybe a picnic style table that would entertain 6 to 8 people. And there you go. Totally great area to either enjoy a meal with you and your family or to have guests over. Now we're done with the main area of the house. Let's move into the bedrooms. We're gonna start with the upstairs primary bedroom. As you walk into the primary bedroom, you either go right to the bathroom or left to the actual bedroom. We're gonna start in the bathroom. This bathroom from top to bottom just needs to be completely gutted and redone. For the bath and the shower, I'd probably just do a joined soaking tub and multi-shower headed shower enclosure, just one giant area that facilitates both of them. I would keep the mirror over the sinks. I see a lot of renovations where they do dual mirrors over dual sinks, and I really like the giant mirror here, but I would get rid of these medicine cabinets on the ends. With the vanity and the sinks, this needs to be all updated. So I would put like a giant, beautiful piece of stone here with 2 separate sinks and upgrade the cabinets underneath. I would probably go with a different type of flooring here that would complement both the shower enclosure as well as the stone that I would pick for the vanity countertop. In the shower area, I would keep these windows. I may structure them a little differently though, since we're doing one giant space here. So maybe one single window that would go across there that is frosted for privacy, but can be open to allow ventilation. From the bathroom, we're gonna go right across into the primary bedroom. Great size, awesome to have this patio with access with this giant slider and views, just a really good feature for the primary bedroom. Lots of natural light with all these windows. It has dual walk-in closets, which are really great to have. I don't think there's much to do here. I would update the flooring, maybe add some additional recessed lighting, maybe a ceiling fan I think would be really good here, because a ceiling fan will not only have the fan itself, but it'll also have a light, so then you can maybe not do the recessed lighting. If I was to do anything, I might move the sconces at the entry of the bedroom and either move them to the sides of the bed, or I would upgrade these sconces and add 2 additional ones to the sides of the bed. My gut tells me to get rid of these and move them with some updated ones to the wall where the bed would be mounted, but I don't know, it might unfold different as I was working through the project. Next, we're gonna go to the second bedroom on the top floor, and this will be the last bedroom up here before going downstairs. The bedroom and bath share a wall, pretty simple here. I would do a full upgrade of the bathroom, new tile, new flooring, new shower, and that's about it. That'd wrap that project up really, really quickly. As for the bedroom, pretty simple. I'd add new floors, new paint. I would add a ceiling fan here as I proposed into the primary. I also really like that there's a great walk-in closet here. For a secondary bedroom to have a walk-in closet, that's a really, really good plus. Okay, now we're done with the upstairs and we're gonna make our way to the second floor, the downstairs area. The downstairs space is awesome. I love how they use this as an entertaining space with this giant bar. They have this interesting, very eclectic style stove for heating. I rarely ever see these, and most of the time I see them like around Big Bear, but really, really cool nevertheless. If I was to make some adjustments, I would wrap the floors, I would do new flooring down here just the same, and I'd make sure that I would do all of the stairs, the 2 sets of stairs down here as well. Personally, I may go with a smaller bar setup. I think that the bar is awesome, but it's very, very long, and it kind of is narrowing as you come down from the stairs into the rooms. I might do something that's maybe 3/4 this length. I would get rid of this stove setup here that connects up to the ceiling, and I think it's used for heating. I would get rid of this and just enclose that whole area. I would consider making this into a game room where you can have like maybe some ping pong or shuffleboard or something like that, or I would turn this into a movie room. You could really make this into a really, really cool escape for like a movie night. Real quick, for the patio area, I would probably do some type of enclosure into this, maybe not all the way up because I want to keep the reviews, but some type of maybe hip-high railing, just like they have upstairs, just to create a little bit of security and enclosure there. For the bedroom and bathroom down here, pretty simple. I love how the bedroom has a window that also enjoys the view. So if I was to do something there, I might make the window a little bit bigger, but honestly, if I upgraded the window, the framing might be a little bit smaller and it would be sufficient there. But outside that, just new floors and updated paint. Same with the bathroom, just like the secondary bathroom upstairs. I would just upgrade this with new flooring, new vanity, new shower stall. I would get rid of this shelving that goes from the vanity above the toilet, and I would just have a toilet by itself and a vanity separated from it. Now, that was a pretty extensive walkthrough with a number of upgrades, but like I said in the beginning, this home you can totally move into and live in it like this and do the renovation upgrades in stages, which is where the real opportunity is. Oftentimes I see these reno projects where they're not livable, and this place is in really, really great shape. And that's it for this home tour. If you are interested in taking your very own tour of this home and a walkthrough, reach out to me directly. And if you're thinking of buying or selling anywhere here in San Diego, don't hesitate to reach out. As always, I'm Karl, your San Diego Realtor. I'll see you in the next video.